Hello. I just had a couple glasses of Coca-Cola. I calmed down a bit. This is the video I really wanted to record, and I lost focus, which I do sometimes. I apologize. I bought this book a couple years ago. I don't even know if you can see it. The Academy Awards hardcover. This was like $50. Yeah, I still buy books. It's a couple years old. I've loved the Academy Awards ever since I was a child. I watched it every year. What year does this go up to? Because I might have to buy a new one, if there is a new one. Next time I go to Edmonton, or a place that has stores, because I live currently and work in Lac La Biche, a small little town of 3,000 very nice people who are forced to live under this regime of the people who run this little town afraid of Y2K because they think it's 1999 here, even though it's clearly 2018. I'm wearing a Saints hat. Saints just played 2 NFL playoff games when a lot of people didn't think they would make the NFL playoffs. The Saints did. I'm a Saints fan, so awesome. And Colorado Avalanche jersey, because the Colorado Avalanche lost tonight for the first time in 10 games. That's right. That awful team run by Joe Sakic won 10 hockey games in a row in the NHL, and most of the NHL fan base and sports media didn't give a fuck. I'm sorry, Catlin. It's weird. It's so weird. The Colorado Avalanche, a team not very good. Nathan McKinnon is like second in NHL scoring right now, and no one cares. The Colorado Avalanche, they even beat the Toronto Maple Leafs yesterday, Canada's team. Fuck. The media report on Toronto Maple Leafs practices more than the Colorado Avalanche got media love from anywhere about their 10-game win streak. I'm not even Colorado Avalanche is one of my favorite teams of the 90s. Of course, I love the Quebec Nordiques. I loved when they moved to Colorado. Patrick Waugh, Ray Bourque winning a Stanley Cup, Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, fucking 1996-2001 Stanley Cup champions. Amazing. Great jersey. Fuck. One of my ex-girlfriends lives in the Denver, Colorado area. Some awesome retired porn stars live in the Denver, Colorado area. South Park, Denver, Colorado area. Fuck, everyone should love the Denver. Fuck, it's Colorado. Anyway, this video technically, now I'm fucking yelling again. The Academy Awards. Fuck, today were Oscar nominations. The 2017 Oscar nominations were announced. It is Tuesday, January 23rd, 2018. I still don't know who's hosting the Oscars. I should look that up eventually. When does this go up to? This was probably, book is a little old. I want to say, is 2001? Wow. The year before the Oscars, a nominated rapist, Roman Polanski? Criminal, god-awful rapist? Anyway, Oscars are weird judges of character. Just like Hollywood, you don't want to look to Hollywood as an authority on moral grounds, especially with this current movement of, stupid men being fucking stupid. Anyway, that could be a video for another time. Maybe. This is not this video. This video, listen, Oscar nominations, snubs, it happens every year. People get outraged. Social media. Oscars so white. All this stuff that happens over the years. This video is specifically about, in my humble opinion, the most glaring Oscar snubs in the category of Best Supporting Actor. Best Supporting Actor, for some reason, is a category that has drawn me into this thing where I spent time on. I created a list on IMDB a few years ago, back in the day when IMDB had comment sections and stuff, and I still like it. I still use it. It's an app on my phone and everything. Because fucking Rotten Tomatoes is garbage. Rotten Tomatoes. It's like people upset on... That's like all my American friends, some of them upset that Trump is the president. Well, you didn't vote. And people that were angry voted, and it was 2 people. See how my videos get weird, right? They just go into tangents. Read, stay focused. Kendra Lust has a great ass. Kendra Lust has a great ass. Okay, Sarah J has amazing breasts. Yeah, Mercedes Carrera is the woman you buy custom videos from. Did I just say that? What? Anyway, is that me? Alexis Fox is the woman you're going to name as your favorite female porn star of 2017, your favorite MILF performer of the year, and your overall performer of the year. And I'm going to name Yasmin Scott as my favorite foreign female porn star of the year. Reed, you were talking about... I know, these are my videos. I get confused. That's why I need someone to help me pick movies. I have a movie in the background right now. Because I have a lot of movies. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't drive. I don't drink. I don't do drugs, and I never have. So what do I sometimes spend my disposable income on? Movies, Blu-rays, things that I like. Other things. I'm a grown man sometimes, but the kid in me is so powerful. I have a lot of friends who grew up too early, got divorced, had marriages, got divorced, bankruptcies, awful, depressing lives, and I knew I was never going to be that guy. And I'm relatively happy, and I've been happy. But most importantly, I just recovered from a sickness where I was sick. I lost my voice. That's maybe why I'm yelling. I didn't have a voice. I couldn't yell at people at work for a couple of days. I couldn't tell them stupid stories about my weird dreams. They were probably very pleased. I was unhappy. I like to keep the people I work with entertained. That is one of my motivational skills as a manager, is you got to keep your staff happy. You entertain them, even at your own expense. I have no problem making myself the fool, the butt of jokes, coming up with funny stories to entertain the staff that I manage, because that is your goal. If you have a happy staff working in whatever business you're in, whether it's the restaurant industry or the hospitality or anything to do with customer service, your staff should be happy. And if they're happy, it translates into their work. And I'm one of those managers. I talk a lot with my hands. Yes, I think Kendra Lust is my favorite porn star ever. It was like Ashlyn Gear for a long time. And Lisa Ann was up there. And I bought many Lisa Ann DVDs. And I love Lisa Ann. I do. But Kendra Lust just had something so special from the beginning. This isn't a Kendra Lust video. Anyway. Penelope. I can say Penelope. Maybe year 4 my videos will have more of a focus. I don't know. Maybe people will care Colorado won 10 games in a row. Maybe Oiler fans will stop jumping off the ledge because they're currently losing to the Buffalo Sabres, one of the worst teams in the league. Oiler fans, the worst fans in hockey. See, I brought up the Oilers. This video is getting to the good stuff. Okay. My list of the biggest Oscar snubs in the Best Supporting Actor category. It would be smart if this tied into the Oscar nominations today. They don't. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure the 5 nominees for Best Supporting Actor for 2017 are all deserving. And my personal pick's Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project. I think he deserves it. This is his 3rd Oscar nomination. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Wow, is that number 1 on my list? Okay, let's just go. Russell Crowe should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor in 1997 for his role in LA Confidential, a movie that also should have won Best Picture that year over Titanic. Don't believe me? Go watch Titanic. Now go watch LA Confidential. Even if you don't like Kevin Spacey now, which is fair, heck, watch Good Will Hunting now. Those movies deserve the Oscar for Best Picture, not Titanic. Titanic doesn't hold up. Anyway, Russell Crowe should have been nominated in 1997 for Best Supporting Actor. He wasn't. Glaring overlook. This performance made Russell Crowe a household name in the United States of America and throughout the world. He became a star. He was one of the most talked about positive things about this movie that was nominated and honored by the Academy. But Russell Crowe wasn't nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He should have been. This ties into my thing that the four main acting categories, actor, actress, lead actress, supporting actress, there should be 6 spots. I don't know why there aren't. You know, the Academy's been nominating up to 10 pictures for almost 10 years now. There should be 6 spots for acting. Instead of just nominating Meryl Streep every year for Breathing, for showing up, Meryl Streep got another fucking Oscar nomination today. And maybe a role that she deserved, but every time she's been nominated for an Oscar, she hasn't deserved it. The Academy is run by old white people. Old white people are the scum of the earth. I'm sorry. You are. You make us white people feel and look bad because you ruin everything. Anyway, old white people run the Academy. Meryl Streep can fucking sneeze and they'll fucking give her an Oscar nomination. Fuck. That's the white PC culture right there, and that's bullshit. Meryl Streep is one of the greatest actresses of all time. I'm not disputing that. But she shouldn't have, 21 fucking Oscar nominations? Come on! Come on! Fuck. Okay. So, Dennis Quaid should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his portrayal as Doc Holliday in Wyatt Earp, 1994. I love Wyatt Earp. I have a big hard-on for Kevin Costner. I do. Do I have a hard-on for Alexis Fox and Annabelle Peaks and Mercedes Carrera and Brandy Love and Kendra Lust? Yes. But Dennis Quaid was amazing as Doc Holliday in Wyatt Earp and should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Let's take you back. Anthony Hopkins' first Academy Award nomination should have been Best Supporting Actor for his 1980 role in The Elephant Man. This movie scared me as a kid. It was black and white. I didn't get it. Why is he wearing a bag on his head? But Anthony Hopkins played the doctor who helped take care of John Merrick. And John Hurt was nominated for fucking Best Actor back in the day. David Lynch, I think, was nominated for Best Director. Pretty sure The Elephant Man was nominated for Best Picture in 1980. Anthony Hopkins should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. You watch that movie now, the compassion in that performance is amazing. Christopher Plummer today was nominated for another Academy Award. Great Canadian icon of acting. Christopher Plummer for Best Supporting Actor. Whoa, there's a tie-in. Holy fuck. This is better than me watching Nikki Benz on a webcam show. See what I did there? Anyway, so Christopher Plummer got nominated today for Best Supporting Actor because he took over a role that was originally played by Kevin Spacey, and then all the Kevin Spacey charges happened. The world hates Kevin Spacey, probably deservingly so, even though he's one of the best actors we've seen in the last 25 years, and he's currently in this movie that is in the background. They replaced him with Christopher Plummer, and someone on YouTube made a very good comment. Why didn't you just cast Christopher Plummer to begin with? Because he did such a good job in this role. And Kevin Spacey looked awful in the original trailer. He's wearing makeup and they aged him. Where Christopher Plummer is old as fuck, but amazing. He got nominated for Best Supporting Actor today. Christopher Plummer also should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Holy fuck, it actually ties in 1999 for a movie called The Insider. He was amazing. I'm pretty sure he played... he played a 60 Minutes journalist. I want to say he played... I'm going to embarrass myself. I'm not going to say it. But anyway, a real-life character, because The Insider, the first movie, Russell Crowe was nominated for Best Actor, for lead actor in a dramatic role, blah, blah, blah. 3 years in a row. 1999 for The Insider, Gladiator for 2000, which he won. Love Gladiator. And then he was nominated in 2001 for A Beautiful Mind. The Insider, a film directed by Michael Mann about the cigarette industry, the tobacco industry. Christopher Plummer was amazing. Should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Wow, tied in. I mentioned a performance about Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Dennis Quaid. Obviously, 1993, Tombstone. Val fucking Kilmer. Val Kilmer was amazing as Doc Holliday in Tombstone. If Tombstone and Wyatt Earp combined, like Alexis Fox and Reagan Fox together in a scene like that great Naughty America scene where they destroy Xander Corvus. Anyway, any male talent would be succumb to the passions of Alexis Fox and Reagan Fox, two beautiful, beautiful women. Read, focus. Thank you. Tombstone and Wyatt Earp together could have been the best Western of all time, but they made two separate films. Anyway, Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. 1993. You're welcome. The Social Network. 2010. Lots of Oscar nominations. Great movie. In my opinion, that should have won the Oscar for Best Picture. It didn't. Andrew Garfield, who went on to become a very good Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor in 2010 for The Social Network. Let's go now to Braveheart. Braveheart won Best Picture in 1995. Braveheart won Best Director for Mel Gibson in 1995. Braveheart was amazing. Angus McFadden. I might be saying the name wrong. Anyway, he should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor in 1995. He was amazing. Amazing. Braveheart, one of my 50 best films of all time. 1998, the movie American History X. Also, Edward Norton. You can make a case there could have been a tie that year for Best Actor, and Edward Norton maybe should have won Best Actor. Could have been a tie. Sometimes the Academy of Voters pick ties. Look it up. I'm not crazy. Edward Furlong, Best Supporting Actor, 1998, should have been nominated. Really good role. American Beauty. Kevin Spacey won his second Oscar, this time for lead actor. American Beauty was Best Picture of the Year for 1999. Now I say The Cider House Rules should have been the Best Picture of that year. 1999 was one of the best years in cinema. Look it up. All the Best Picture nominations that year were very, very strong. Wes Bentley in American Beauty should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. A lot of people were talking about Chris Cooper, and Chris Cooper maybe got some other industry nominations, but Wes Bentley, that role made him a star for about 20 minutes, and he didn't cash in on it. I don't know why. Maybe he went to school. But anyway, Wes Bentley in American Beauty in 1999, amazing. You know, he was the creepy photographer, video guy who sold pot. Wes Bentley, Best Supporting Actor, should have been nominated, 1999. Lethal Weapon 2. Yes, Lethal Weapon 2. Joe Pesci should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor for playing Leo Getz. Why do I think this? Because fucking Roger Ebert thought this in 1989. I remember they did an Academy Awards review. Roger Ebert, Siskel and Ebert, Siskel and Ebert back in the day was a show about two film critics who talked about movies, you know. Anyway, Joe Pesci as Leo Getz should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Nominated! I'm not saying any of these people should have won. Do not make comments. Nominated. They should have been nominated. A lot of these years, the people who won Best Supporting Actor deserved it. But there should have been 6 spots, is what I'm saying. Or maybe some years, someone should have been taken out. Joe Pesci should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor, 1989, for Lethal Weapon 2. You heard it here for a second. 2001, Black Hawk Down. Ridley Scott, one of his best movies. Probably my favorite Ridley Scott movie. Eric Bana should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor in 2001. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite war movies. He's amazing in it. 2006, the movie The Last King of Scotland. I went to see this in a theater, believe it or not. In the mid-2000s, I was seeing 50 to 60 movies a year, believe it or not. James McAvoy should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor in 2006, and Forest Whitaker never should have won Best Actor in 2006. His performance technically was a supporting role. He shouldn't have won Best Actor in 2006. Fight me, you'll lose. Forest Whitaker is a great actor. Shouldn't have won Best Actor for The Last King of Scotland. Mystic River, 2003. Yes, Tim Robbins won the Oscar, deservingly so, for Best Supporting Actor. Sean Penn won his first Oscar for acting for Mystic River. Mystic River is an amazing, heartbreaking film. Kevin Bacon. Remember when I said it made me care about Kevin Bacon? 2003, Kevin Bacon should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Mystic River. That movie also was like, Kevin Bacon, where the fuck have you been? Focus! I'm looking at the clock. 2003, Sean Astin, Best Supporting Actor, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Should have been the 6th spot that year. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, 2002. Viggo Mortensen should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Fucking love those movies. They should have got some more Oscar acting love. Carlito's Way, 1993. I just brought up Sean Penn. Sean Penn played the seedy, scummy lawyer he should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor in 1993 for Carlito's Way. Still a great, underrated gangster movie. Wesley Snipes. 1991. Another thing Roger Ebert brought up back in the day. Wesley Snipes should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor for New Jack City. 1991. Wesley Snipes. Go look up New Jack City, especially you younger people. It's amazing. And the last film, 1990, Raul Julia, may he rest in peace, should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor for the Harrison Ford masterpiece, Presumed Innocent, in 1990. A movie with a phenomenal twist ending, and one of the best Harrison Ford movies of all time. Raul Julia, Best Supporting Actor, should have been nominated. Anyway, that's my list. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, PC, Naughty, Instagram, Photos of Food. Kendra Lust is the best porn star of all time. Go Rangers. Thank you for watching. Cheers.